Hi guys, we're going to interview Margaret, who is a volunteer in Africa Savannah Health Dental Clinic, who is also a PhD who was taught in Edinburgh University. So let's talk about her.
Hi Margaret, so the main reason for volunteering, what's the main reason for you for volunteering in Africa?
Several reasons. I do love Africa. When I was a medical student, I volunteered there in what's called an elective. And then I went back as a junior doctor, and I always intended to go back. But it wasn't until 2002 when I took a sabbatical from general practice as a GP, and I worked in the Gambia in an HIV project for 3 months. And then when I came towards retirement, I wanted to decide what to do with my retirement. And I've had lots of Africans living in my house through church, and some are refugees. And I prayed, I'm a Christian, and I prayed about what to do. And I really felt that God wanted me to go to Africa and to the Gambia again. And so I retired in June of 2014. I went to Africa teaching with an organisation called Prime. We teach whole person medicine, teaching people how to look after patients and the whole patient. So that's the mind, the body, the spirit and everything, not just giving them tablets. And I went to Ghana with that, and I came back, and then I went to Liverpool to the tropical medicine course to do the 3-month diploma there. There were only 3 people my age on the course, but everyone else was under 30. So having passed that, I then did an emergency obstetric course that was quite short, and then went home for Christmas. And then in January 2015, I went out to the Gambia. And I worked there for the first year, just coming back from my godson's wedding. Then and they asked me to stay on. I went for 6 months originally. They said, please stay on, and then they got asked to stay on again, and I'm still there. The mission started the hospital when there was just nothing there about 55 years ago. And the reason it's where it is in the village is because that's where the road stopped then, the dirt road. And since then the local church has taken over. So sometimes I'm the only expatriate there. Other times it's just usually 2 or 3 of us. And I live with the Gambians, we share meals together, and I really like it. So there's lots of reasons I went. I love Africa, I love the people there, I've got really good friends there, and I really felt it's where God wanted me. And they do need doctors. Sometimes I was the only doctor for miles around, but now there's a hospital with doctors nearby. And there's just usually 2 doctors when I'm there myself, and a Gambian doctor. And some of the time there's just me as the only doctor. For 9 weeks last year there's me, and a doctor came out from Britain. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, so I think that's all the main job for you in Africa, right? And as far as I know, the environment in Africa is not that good, right? So what kind of problems did you have there as a woman?
As a woman, well, I mean, as an older woman, you get very few problems, really. I think if you're a younger woman, often the young men think you as a ticket to Europe. If they can get you to fall in love with them, then you can go and live in Europe. It's less like that as an older woman. They see me as grandmother and call me grandmother. But there's problems adjusting to the heat. I adjusted quite well. It's the cold coming back here that I don't adjust to. So I find it difficult to warm up in bed when I'm back in England. But over there I can sleep at 30 degrees and just curl up and go to sleep. But I do work very long hours there. You're often on day and night the weekend. So you're tired and you go to sleep.
So do you think this experience helped you a lot in Africa?
Help me in which way do you mean?
Yeah, just for your life, do you think?
So I think wherever you are, you grow. And certainly when you're in Africa, you can't rely on all the things that we rely on in the West. You're just used to good hospitals, good medical care, things when you switch the light on, it comes on. When you switch it off, it goes off. The water comes out the tap. So we rely on so many things here, and we think we're in control of our lives, which we're not, which I think we all discovered with COVID. So out there you feel less in control, and often people come in very sick. I often pray and ask God to help me, and many times we do see amazing answers to prayer, and people get better that we don't expect. We had no deaths at all last year. We do send very sick people to the local hospital. but it's very good to see many people go home. But yes, it is, stressful at times. But you do learn, you grow. And I learn, medicine is the thing, it's lifelong learning.